Oh boy, everybody, breaking news, breaking news. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season with post-game shows, post-game reactions, conversational pieces, breaking news, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and get started here. Let's talk about the latest breaking news in the world of the NFL. And actually, there was two pieces of breaking news that ended up dropping earlier this morning. One that kind of has to do with the Cardinals and the other one that has nothing to do with the Cardinals. So let's dive into the one that has nothing to do with the Cardinals first. So breaking news came out that Davante Adams is now finding his way to the New York Jets. Colored me surprised, right? Now, this is no shock to me. This was definitely always part of the plan in my mind to reunite Davante Adams with Aaron Rodgers. And of course, because that whole clip that came around with that the show Wide Receiver on Netflix saying that he's never taken this many hits in his career at all. It was long overdue. He needed to get out of the Raiders. He needed to find a franchise that has a quarterback, and he wants to win, right? So why not reunite him with the quarterback that he had in Green Bay? And it's a good story, a really good story. Looking at the financials, it looks like the Jets are going to take a lot of the guaranteed money. They're also going to be getting a conditional third-round pick, or I'm sorry, they're giving away a conditional third-round pick to the Raiders, and then the Raiders just have to deal with like the dead money cap hit is what it seems like. So there's that. Let's talk about the news that kind of has to do with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, word came out earlier this morning that obviously the things that are happening with Haason Reddick is super weird, with his agency letting him go. And then that report / story came out, said that he sent goons out to one of his business partners for $1.6 million. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video I posted earlier, probably about 3 to 4 days ago on the channel. So you can check that out if you want to. But the breaking news came out today saying that the Jets are now granting permission to Haason Reddick for a potential trade. We knew that the relationship between him and the Jets have soured already. Like it's hard to come back from what happened, right? Now, we don't 100% know if Haason Reddick is in football shape. We're hoping he is. We don't know if he's going to be able to be productive like, he usually is. What we do know is that the last 4 seasons, he's averaged double-digit sacks, right? And here's the thing. The Arizona Cardinals right now, heading into week 7, one thing is sure. We don't have a premier pass rusher, and we don't have a good, consistent pass rush. Now, right now, we're living in a world that we got 2 guys that are our main pass rushers, right? You got Dennis Gardeck, which, he's done decent, right? 15 solo tackles. We got 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and an interception. 30 years old, really like him. Barbarian, a really good fan favorite here in the Arizona Cardinals, fandom. But he's a special teams guy, right? He's primarily, that was his main position, and then we turned him into an edge player. And then we got Zaven Collins on the other side. 18 solo tackles, 1 sack. That's it, right? There has not been a good enough consistent pass rush from either these two or our defensive line just in general. Now, I know there's some people out there saying, let's see what, Darius Robinson can do, right? Darius Robinson's a rookie. We're probably putting a lot in his basket. I think we're all expecting an Aaron Donald win. We don't know what this rookie's really going to turn out to be, right? Or blossom into maybe year 2, year 3, year 4, right? But what we do know right now is that this Arizona Cardinal team, for the most part, has been in many of these games, right? But we cannot be in these games with a defense like the Cardinals have. The Cardinals have one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and that's a fact, right? And that's being able to rush the passer on a consistent basis. That probably has to do with sacks as well, and just we know what we have in our secondary right now, right? We are confident with our safeties and Jalen as well as Buddha, but let's call it like it is. There's a lot of unknowns with our cornerbacks. To me, our best cornerback is Garrett Williams, right? Second-year player. Sean Murphy-Bunting hasn't really blossomed into the guy that we were hoping he was going to be, and then we got Max Melton or Starling Thomas V. So there's a lot of unknown with our cornerbacks. Now, we've heard Jonathan Gannon come out and say in the beginning of the season that he feels confident in the edge rushers or that position right now. I call BS. I do, right? And now here's just one of those things, right? I don't blame him for saying that because honestly, he's given what Monty provides him, right? So he's got to make do with what he's given, right? So I don't fully put this on JG, and I don't blame him for saying that as well, because he is establishing a culture that doesn't point the finger, right? That's what he's trying to establish. And If he says otherwise, then of course that culture kind of goes away. So don't blame him for saying that. But as of right now, hindsight, it's not true, right? This defense can use a facelift, especially in the edge rushing position. The Arizona Cardinals are in big need of a pass rusher that's going to help alleviate the coverage for the cornerbacks that we have back there, right? Now, here's the thing. We've seen 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. We've even seen 3rd and 15, I think, got converted. We've seen some crazy amount of 3rd downs get converted because, A, we don't have a pass rusher that's going to scare the opposing quarterback's defense, right? They're sitting back there making a ham sandwich almost seems like every single week that we can't get back there, right? With Gardeck, with our interior defensive lineman, with Zaven Collins, we don't have a good pass rusher. Here's an opportunity, Monty Austin-Fort, to pick up the phone and see what it will take to potentially land a Haason Reddick. Now, here's some things that come along with it, right? The Arizona Cardinals are going to be dealing with a situation where they're going to have to pay Haason Reddick if they do decide to bring him in, right? They're going to have to pay him. Absolutely. Now, the Cardinals right now, I think they have upwards of $20 million, maybe $22 million in cap space. That's a fact, right? The Cardinals right now can use a pass rusher like Haason. Now, if the Cardinals don't go that route, we at least need to make a swing. We at least need to make a call. We at least need to do something to try to get this established. Now, I get it. The trade deadline's coming within like 2 weeks or maybe even less than 3 weeks away from now. So there's a lot of things that need to happen here, right? And the Cardinals need to win on Monday Night Football. And then they need to win the next game as well. Now, I get that. That's probably what this front office is waiting for the Cardinals to get back out of this under 500 record. There's no point of trading for Haason Reddick, especially if you're going to be a 2, 3, 4 win team in the season. I'm fully aware of that. But you also got to think of the other side of the coin that, yes, you got to put some sort of blame on this defense because this defense is not great. This defense is not great at all with the pass rush. We're giving up so many yards, in the air. We're giving up so many yards rushing as well. The Arizona Cardinals need to find some sort of consistent pass rush, and you can get it with Haason. If that's not the route, then potentially go after somebody else. Guess what? We got the Seattle Seahawks making trades. Although maybe not a big move for a breaking news tag, but they're still trying everything they possibly can to get themselves in a position to win, right? I'm tired of the whole rebuild. We're always going to constantly be in rebuild. We're always going to. Let's try to see what we can do. Maybe Haason, maybe Azeez Ojulari, maybe there's somebody out there, a different organization. I heard somebody come out there and mention the fact of Max Crosby. Can the Cardinals trade for Max Crosby? I don't know, but the Raiders obviously seems to be sellers. They traded away Davante Adams. Maybe Max Crosby can be available. I don't know, but the Arizona Cardinals need to do something, and if not, it just proves that they're not willing to win. They're not willing to win, and already we got Monty Austin-Fort's name being dragged through the mud because a lot of Cardinals fans feel the same way. They feel like this front office did not put Kyler Murray, this offense, this defense, in a position to succeed. I've been saying since the offseason that's actually factually correct. Like, we really didn't. We brought a lot of mid-tier type of guys, and they haven't really worked out. The only player that's worked out for the Cardinals in free agency right now is Mack Wilson Sr. That is it. Everybody else is either injured, not really producing, or just not very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts for the Arizona Cardinals potentially going after Haason Reddick? Do you think it's time to wake up this front office and say, hey, you need to go out there and do something? Or are you one of those guys that say, I don't believe in this team anyways. They're not going to go anywhere. There's no point in trading for Haason Reddick. Let me know everything in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cardinals.